Connor Bedard has tallied his first NHL point in his first NHL game, as well with a major comeback win from the Chicago Blackhawks. We'll be breaking down Connor Bedard's first NHL game and some things he may need to fix going into the future of this season, as well as the Blackhawks' big comeback, all in this video. But before we get into it, we noticed that 96% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so if you're looking for a spot to get all the breaking news from your favorite team and around the league, you're in the right spot. Make sure to stay a while, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the big news. But like I said, there are a little few things that Connor Bedard needs to fix in his first game. Some things that could get very important down the line, but, you know, it's nothing major right now. He still played absolutely fantastic, but that issue was really his faceoffs, you know. There are some issues with that. He was 2 for 11 on the faceoffs this game, which is quite bad, to be honest with you, but I'm sure that's a lot of stuff to do with nerves, you know, his first game, going up against Sidney Crosby for most of it, you know. I think that is something that will become naturally. It'll be fixed along the line, but apart from that, he looked very good. He hasn't missed, don't look like he missed any skill coming from junior up to the NHL level. He was still playing with an extreme level of confidence, and he had a very good game. But Noah, what do you think about Connor Bedard's faceoffs, but as well as just the game as a whole for him?
Yeah, very, very fun game to watch. I mean, the Blackhawks rallied in the third period to come away with the victory. But I think his faceoffs is just we're nitpicking a little bit. You know, I mean, everybody's watching him. Everybody's got their eye on him, and everybody's figuring out everything he's done wrong. I think give him 10, 15 games, that'll be fine. You know, I do think a factor was Sidney Crosby. I mean, obviously Sidney Crosby is very good defensively. You know, it's Sidney Crosby, plain and simple, right? Yeah, I think he got his nerves. His nerves were kind of getting the better of him in a little bit of the first period, but after the second period, he was old Connor Bedard that we know and love.
No, you're absolutely right. And also, before we get into the rest of this video, this is just, you know, you said it the best, Noah. This is just nitpicking. This is not any hate towards Connor Bedard. This is not saying he had a bad game at all, because he played really well. He got his assist on the first NHL assist, first NHL point in his first game. You know, you can't ask for much more than a point in your first game. But the faceoffs, they're not an issue right now. Obviously, the Blackhawks were not supposed to win this game at all. It was a major comeback. Yeah, I think that the faceoffs are something that will just come along throughout his career. You know, first game, like you said, Sidney Crosby. I didn't really expect him to do much on the faceoffs this game, anyways. But it's something that, you know, everybody has a bad game, and I'm sure this will not be consistent at all, really. And like maybe for the first few games, but other than that, I do really think it's just you know, just something that happened. First NHL game. He knows that all eyes were on him. Nobody else really in that game. So it's just something that'll come and go, I think. It's, you know, it's nothing that you can really hate him for. It's just something that kind of happened. But
he didn't pull the Austin Matthews with the 4 goals.
No, yeah, but like if he had, you know, don't know what we would have been doing here today. But
yeah, I know.
Yeah, but other than that, you know, yeah, that comeback though, gotta say, very good for Chicago Blackhawks, and it looked like a good sign. You know, the Blackhawks were not coming into this game looking to win. They were looking very, very bad after they were down 2-0 as well. But like you said, major comeback win, something I don't think a lot of people expected. But, you know, we talked about it before. We talked about that. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think. And this game, they kind of showed that. You know, the whole offensive group was going. All of them, the fourth line especially, Foligno and Corey Perry, they got the empty net goal there on a pretty nice play. Gone down behind the net, banked that out. Corey Perry comes and puts in the empty net. But you can't really ask for much more from a fourth line. But Noah, what do you think about the game? Yeah, like, what do you think about the game? That was a pretty good game, I gotta say.
I think they're buzzing because they got Bedard, to be completely honest with you. I think that's all. You know, they were coming into the game thinking, you know, let's try and upset. You know, let's try and do something. Or I mean, it's essentially like the prime time of the NFL. You know, there's only 3 games on, so everybody was watching. Everybody was paying attention. So I think they're buzzing. They knew that they had to do something big.
Yeah, and even in Pittsburgh, there was a good few Chicago fans. I've seen a lot of 98 jerseys in the stands there. But throughout the game, you know, Connor Bedard, like we said, played well. He was there for 5 minutes on the power play, 21 minutes on ice, 2 takeaways, 5 shots on goal, and an assist. Can't ask for much more in a game where, you know, the team was kind of coming in knowing, or, well, projected to lose for, by a lot. But gotta say, other than that, you know, very good game as well. You can see the game stats here. Face-off percentage for Chicago as a team as a whole, not just Connor Bedard, wasn't very good. Now, that's what Pittsburgh's built around. They're built around having some good face-off guys, some good centermen. Coming up against Malkin, Crosby, can't ask for much more. But a lot of penalties in this game. A little call there by Pittsburgh's second goal that looked a bit offside. I don't think it was. It wasn't going to go through either way. It was too close to tell. I don't really think there was an angle that you could have proven whether it was or not. So I guess they were just going to go with the call on the ice, which is the right play in that scenario. But the Blackhawks, they looked good. Pittsburgh also looked good, but Chicago just looked like the better team in that. Petr Mrazek, 38 saves on 40 shots. Another guy I don't think who was projected to come into this game flying like he was. Like two early goals for Pittsburgh. Yeah. They pulled it back, came back, and they had themselves a game in the third period there. But Noah, what do you think about just the game as a whole? Not just Bedard. This is just like the fourth line, third line, second line, game as a whole defense.
Well, it whenever you can play the Pittsburgh Penguins on a game, like I said, the prime time sort of deal, I think it's a recipe for success. And the Blackhawks came in and they played really, really good. So I think it's good for the league to see like a team that obviously went from the bottom of the barrel to, I guess, the bottom of the barrel, to kind of coming in and beating a playoff team. So I love it.
Yeah, it certainly got my hopes up for this season. It looks a very exciting game. So I hope to see this more throughout the season, but we'll have to see what happens. I'm sure Connor Bedard's going to make this team something that it hasn't seen in a while since, prime Patrick Kane, prime Jonathan Toews. The hype is back to the Chicago Blackhawks around the fans and around the league. Not just the fans of the Blackhawks, but I'm sure everybody around the league is watching this game. And I'm expect to see way more. But other than that, it was a pretty good game. I expect to see more. Bedard, the face-offs, that'll happen. That's nothing major. I don't think. Figure it out. Yeah, he's going to figure it out, I'm sure. No hate towards him. Obviously, he's a generational talent, and you can't expect him to be perfect his first NHL game, coming from playing boys to playing men. It's all you can really do. But that's all we have for this video. Let us know what you think about Connor Bedard's first game in the comments below. We want to see what you think. But that's all we got. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to like the video, and see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.